Hey, Chambly. That's the problem when you don't have everybody on. And the cameras are not set up for this.
I come from a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique. They ain't play their part, so my part is play for keeps. I kid, but I never saw that.
Yeah, let's see where we're at. Let's see if cameras are not set up like we said. So it's gonna be a fucking while now because we don't have everybody on. So I'm gonna have to sit here and fix all this shit.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, this sucks. I gotta find Jordan. I don't even know where Jordan's at on here.
Thriller said, Josh, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
Chad came in and said, no Tony and 2 Bs. I like it.
Oh, that's double dose of winning right there. I had to put Jordan in here though, because Jordan, you at least need Jordan.
Yeah.
You at least need some Jordan. Yeah, the cameras. So fed up with this. Anyway. Well, there's pretty much just fucked now. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna start with what we fucking learned because I'm pissed now. Just
he will be here. He's just not here yet.
Riddle, just go ahead.
Hey, there he is. Right on time to screw everything up again.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Tony is a split screen of Jeff and Brandon.
Yeah.
Jeff is Tony.
Tony's gonna fucking sit like that. All you're gonna see is his fucking nose the whole time.
Chad was excited that you weren't in here. He's like, I can do without him tonight.
That's too damn bad.
Somebody just do what we learned.
All right, so what I learned is Miami got their first win outside the state of Florida in week 13. Tennessee gets their first win in the swamp in 22 years. There's chaos scenarios in 8 of the 9 conferences, and rivalry week is setting up for some huge conference championship and playoff implications. Jordan, what did you learn?
Learned Bobby Hill finally wins a game outside Knoxville. Little belt to ass there. That was pretty nice. I learned this committee is just one atrocious week after another. You think it would improve. It's not going to. You think it'd be maybe a little bit of consistency. It's not going to have it.
Tony, what'd you learn?
Well, I mean, we all know that Gators got belt to ass, but one thing I did learn was Kiffin will not be going to Florida, and there was someone in this chat who was screaming pretty much at the top of his lungs, saying a house was bought, this and that. Well, like I said, it was probably Butch Jones that bought that house. Lane Kiffin will not be going to Gainesville.
It technically could still happen.
No, he will not be going to Gainesville. I'll say it again. He will not.
Yeah,
be going to
inside sources said they've already moved on. They've already started moving on to Plan B. So
there's still a lot of reports coming out, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out, but we'll see what happens for sure.
All right, Brandon, what'd you learn?
I learned a lot of people don't know football. Anybody that picked against Tennessee needs to be taken out to the woodshed and shot.
Okay.
That's the worst take of the year. And then, but other than that, like I said, football gods, they smiled and Tennessee got their win. But that, like I said, that shouldn't have been a big celebration. That should have been expected. Kentucky beat the fuck out of Florida. beat the fuck out of them, and that's Kentucky.
What does that matter? That doesn't matter because Florida gave Ole Miss a good game the previous week. The fuck?
Get the fuck out of here.
They were actually winning.
They were on a high, winning. And then the high was over.
Oh, please.
Anyway, so here we go. We're going to move on. Riddle, give us your riddle for the week.
All right. So rivalry week is one of the best weeks in college football every year, some having unique trophies to up the ante of a rivalry. Which trophy is the oldest rivalry trophy in college football?
Ooh, that's a good question. Good question. I like this. And to be fair, I did not know the answer to this, and I would have never got it, me or Jordan. So that tells you something. What's up, everybody?
Just for clarification, I'm not asking for the oldest rivalry. I'm asking for the oldest rivalry trophy.
Must exchange hands. We're not talking about testicles. So here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Welcome to Lock, Load, and Go. It's rivalry week. We have a whole lot to cover. We are going to start off with the playoff rankings. I don't know if this is going to work because it's not. I'm not going to put the graphics up because it was set up. So anyway, playoff rankings. We're going to look at it though. Damn it. Anything unexpected from you, Jordan?
No, nothing. Nothing from here except for inconsistency at every turn.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's a given. Tony, anything of note?
No. I mean, not really, because I mean, I don't have much to complain about. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't have much to complain about.
Okay.
I have nothing to complain about. Tennessee's Dunzo. Now I'm actually just enabled to enjoy watching football. So I can't even be mad these days. Now they do have something. They can do something this weekend to make me a lot more happier. But we'll talk about that later.
Okay. All right. So, Riddle. I was reading the comments. I was like, yeah. Josh's Google thumbs is quick.
Can you pin that comment?
Yeah. I gotta find it.
Yeah. For me on the bracket, I don't like the fact that Miami is still holding that spot in. Let's see, they're the 11th seed, but they're likely to not even play in the ACC championship game. And barring, some chaos, which could happen, we'll go over that shortly. They shouldn't be there. I think the committee got called out for trying to save face by putting those potential ACC champions in the rankings and putting them above Tulane, because based off of last week's rankings, there was a really good chance that 2 Group of 5 teams would have got in, being the 5 highest conference champions. So they're trying to take some U-turns. My bracket didn't change other than Georgia Tech got dropped out, and I've got ACC in the 11th spot. So
ACC. Wow, that seems familiar.
Could change too.
That sounds familiar.
That could still change too.
Everyone remembers. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I still think James Madison and North Texas are being disrespected. They're both 10-1. They deserve it just as much as anybody from the American does, in my opinion. So, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we will see for sure. Like I said, the playoff committee, they're special. And I'm not going to say
the guy literally said 6'7" on national television. I mean, it was a joke. It was a joke.
I know. So I actually had someone argue with me that the Big 12 deserved to get more than one team in. They're the deepest conference in football. And I'm like, this is why people should not be allowed to drink and be on Facebook, because of stupid comments just like that. But anyway, that's okay. So playoffs, we kind of last week was Cupcake Week. Now we're on to Rivalry Week. I expect this to change after this weekend a little bit. But with that said, Riddle, we're going to jump in. You had some conference championship scenarios that you wanted to discuss.
Yeah. So 8 of the 9 conference championship races still have 4 or more teams still alive heading into this weekend. which I think me and Jordan kind of talked about it earlier. That's the first time I remember that many conferences not being settled by this point in the year. In the ACC, you got 6 teams that could still play in the ACC championship game. Pretty much cut and dry, though. Virginia and SMU win, and they are in. Pittsburgh win versus Miami and a loss by Virginia or SMU, and they'll get in. Miami needs to win against Pittsburgh, have a Virginia loss, and a Duke or a North Carolina loss. That's a lot that Miami needs to get in. Duke would need to win versus Wake Forest, a loss by Pitt, a loss by Virginia, and a loss by SMU or NC State. And then Georgia Tech, after getting their eyes beat in last week, needs a loss by SMU, a loss by Virginia, a loss by Duke, or Pitt. So the American, there's 5 teams still alive. North Texas and Tulane win, and they are in. Navy win versus Memphis, and a loss by North Texas or Tulane, and Navy could get in. If all 3 of them lose, I believe there will be a 5-way tie. And I found this out, that the group of 5 schools use a BCS type computer system tiebreaker made up of Bill Connolly's SP Plus, Sports Source Analytics TR116 strength of record, ESPN's strength of record, and the KPI, which is the key performance indicator. And then that would decide who goes to the conference championships in that case.
Probably the best way to decide something like this.
Honestly,
probably the best way.
Schools have it figured out. The Big Ten.
Oh man,
the Big Ten. We've pretty much etched it in stone that Ohio State and Indiana will be there.
They're in, yeah.
But that's just not the case. I mean, I don't think Indiana's going to lose to Wake Forest. I mean, they're awful. But I mean, not Wake Forest. Purdue. Yeah, don't think they're going to lose to Purdue, but. If Ohio State loses to Michigan and Oregon beats Washington, then Oregon would be in. If Ohio State loses and Washington beats Oregon, then Indiana would play Michigan. So there are 7 scenarios that could still play out there. I mean, if Ohio State and Indiana both lost and Oregon won, it would be Oregon and Michigan. So there are ways that could still go. The Big 12, Texas Tech and BYU are win, and they're in. Or they both get in if Arizona State loses to Arizona. Arizona State would need to beat Arizona and a loss by Texas Tech or BYU and a Kansas win over Utah. And then Utah would need a win versus Kansas, BYU win versus UCF, and Arizona State win versus Arizona, and Texas Tech loss. Conference USA, there's 4 teams still alive. Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State will play this weekend. The winner of that is in. Kennesaw State is in with a win over Liberty. If Liberty and Missouri State win, there will be a 3-way tie for second, and it will go to the computer system mentioned earlier. The MAC, we were talking about that earlier. Half of the MAC is decided right now, but there still could be a 4-way tie for second. And again, they use that same type of tiebreaker. In the Mountain West, San Diego State and Boise State are in with a win. UNLV could get in with a win versus Nevada and a loss by Boise State. Again, that one could go down to a 4-team tiebreaker if New Mexico beats San Diego State. And that goes to the computer rankings. SEC, we talked about it last week. A&M and Alabama are in with a win. Georgia needs a loss by Alabama or A&M. Ole Miss would need a win against Mississippi State and a loss by Alabama and A&M. The Sun Belt is the only conference that is cut and dry. James Madison is awaiting the winner of Troy and Southern Miss. So, but yeah, there's still a ton going on in all the conferences. There's a lot of chaos scenarios that could play out. And I vote for chaos. I like chaos. So,
yeah,
the more the merrier. That's why we love this game, because anything can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of football to be played on Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it. Obviously, with it being a holiday weekend, there's a lot going on, and we're going to jump right into the next topic. And we're going to go over the coaching carousel. Tony so elaborately alluded to the big topic of discussion, which would be Lane Kiffin. But we're going to wait because we ain't looking for no Gator. We're looking for some other action. So big news today out of Arkansas. Golish is going to Arkansas, and the craziest thing in the world that you could ever imagine happened. Arkansas fans are coming out in droves like the Tennessee fucking Vols bitching about Alex Golesh being picked as their head coach. Talk about not knowing ball.
We talk about who's bitched about Hypo. I didn't bitch about Hypo when he was.
No, you bitched about Shiano.
Oh yeah. Why the fuck would I want Shiano? We saved our fucking school. We saved the state. We don't want no fucking Shiano. Look what he's doing to Rutgers now. Dog shit.
It's fucking Rutgers.
He sucks. I don't care. He actually had that Rutgers program on the upswing at one time. Now he's gone back. Well, obviously with NIL and shit, he'll never be able to compete. But he deserves what he got. I don't care. I don't want.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
Nah.
But that's the same. Tennessee fans they bitched about a coach getting hired and they what?
Alex,
did you bitch or not?
Alex, I was not happy about it whenever those reports first came out.
But anyway, Arkansas fans are going nuts on Facebook and social media saying they did not want this guy. And I don't understand why. I can't think of one reason why they wouldn't like this.
They don't want to
hide. This is a better hire than they've made in hell probably since Bobby Petrino the first time.
What they're saying is they're saying it reminds them of Chad Morris 2.0, but I disagree, man. Chad Morris was never really to me a successful head coach. USF was in the tank, was in the absolute tank, and you can say whatever you want about USF. They have been competitive, even though they do get beat sometimes. I mean, it's still a group of 5 school. But golly, man, they're competitive against a lot of people. I know they got beat by Miami, but I mean, it's Miami. You got 5-star talent. You're paying billions of dollars for that whole program to exist down there in Miami, and USF's down there trying.
Wins in front of that.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, Jordan. That was the 3rd game in a row like that. They probably ran out of fucking steam. You don't have the depth that Miami's got. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But anyway, so Golesh is there. Riddle, what's the other big hire that was made this week?
North Texas head coach Eric Morris is expected to become Oklahoma State's head coach at the end of the season because he still has a chance to, coach in the playoffs. Jim Mora is now at Colorado State. He is going to leave UConn and head out west.
Hell of a job at UConn. Hell of a job at UConn. Somebody give that dude did a hell of a job. When you thought he was done, that sumbitch came in and said, yes. Yes. That was a hell of a job. UConn was an absolute doormat.
Right.
Absolute doormat.
And they could win the Independence.
Yeah. Absolute. Well, yeah, I don't know.
And then everything else with the big name, obviously being Lane Kiffin, everything that I wrote down in my notes yesterday has changed between this morning and this afternoon, with Brian Kelly being fired without cause, which means he gets his entire buyout now.
Mm-hmm.
And LSU fans still think Kiffin's coming there. Florida fans still think he's coming there. I just don't know. I put in my notes, though, he's the most hated man in a lot of corners of the nation, but he's a good coach, and whoever gets him will be better off for it.
He's a good coach.
I did see Yahoo Sports reported this morning that they expect Lane Kiffin to make a decision whether he's staying or leaving after the Egg Bowl, which is an 11 a.m. kickoff, and that if he chooses to leave, that Ole Miss will not let him coach in the playoffs.
That's the stupidest thing that anyone could ever do in the history of sports.
I agree with
so
that statement, but
you're going to take your shot at the playoff and throw it out the fucking window.
No, yeah, absolutely. They don't win without him.
That is absolute the stupidest thing ever. Why would you not springboard? Fine, if he's going to go. Why would you not springboard your success in the playoffs? I'm assuming he's going to at least get, right now he's Alabama. I mean, he has a shot to beat us. And bottom line is, why would you not springboard yourself, for the next coach? Say, look, man, we're a playoff team. We just need the right captain. I have no idea what Ole Miss is doing. Like I said, they should be doing everything they can to sell every damn piece of land they got. They better sell every stock. They need to just offer them $20 million a year and say, come on in.
I know that everything, like literally everything that keeps coming out. I mean, it's like one thing comes out and you're like, okay, he's going to go to Florida. And then the next thing comes out and he's like, okay, he's going to LSU. And then you read stuff that makes you think, well, maybe he's just using this as leverage with Ole Miss. But
I
then
thought
you get
that.
shit like this that Ole Miss said, hey, if you're leaving, you're not coaching in the playoffs. Man, that's basically just a smack in the face to a guy that built your program to where it is. We went over that last week.
Oh, come on. Let's
But,
stop being sad for the guy. Fuck Lane Kiffin. Like, I'm not sad for him. Like I say, he's a man of no integrity. If that, if
it's not about being sad for him, Tony. It's a stupid play for Ole Miss. It's stupid.
Maybe
The
so.
entire situation is nothing but entirely of his own creation.
Yeah, it's his fault.
Yeah, but
you know, after the Tennessee deal, after hey, the guy's young, you know, you learn.
Thank you for following.
No, apparently not, because you do the exact same shit on a much grander level at Ole Miss.
Well, hold on. He didn't do it. He's not the one fucking throwing his name out in the media. He hasn't said a word about it. He hasn't said a word about it.
Where I'm going, and then be done.
This motherfucker, I would tell you, me ain't said a word about it.
He ain't said nothing about leaving. He ain't said nothing about leaving yet.
Hey, but he's got something to say about everything else.
Except for this. Except for this. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I mean, that's saying volumes.
I'm just telling you right now. Like I said, he hasn't done anything wrong. Like you couldn't go and look and say, "Yep, he did something." No, he doesn't have to say he's staying. He doesn't have to say he's going. All he's got to be worried about is this season.
Dragging it on. You're dragging it on.
But
on another note, I did see today that a lot of these recruits that had committed to Penn State are now decommitting and committing
going to Virginia Tech. I mean, you follow your guy. I will say this. Though, like with the Lane Kiffin situation, Ole Miss is just digging themselves a hole because the big problem is not only did you slap him in the face saying you're not going to be able to coach. Bottom line is that's pretty much like an invitation for him to leave anyway. So I mean, it's a joke.
Chad in the comments said, "If the screen's a person, show us where Lane Kiffin touched you, Tony."
Yeah. Oh boy. Hey, Chad, it's right here, buddy. Right here. He touched him right on the old heartstrings.
Chad, I just want to know how that 2-for-1 felt this past weekend when Tennessee.
Oh my God, Derek! Derek Roberts.
When the news came out that Florida's backing off of your man's.
Yeah, Derek Roberts from Facebook says, "Riddle, how's your face from Halloween?"
It was a lot better than it was. I'll be honest. My arm, my hand.
All right, so if
we're rolling.
If we were all betting men, are we all saying he's going to LSU?
I think he stays at Ole Miss.
I think so.
That's my personal opinion.
I've said that. I think he stays at Ole Miss. I think this is the ultimate troll job, and what he's doing is dragging this shit along so LSU does not get the coach they want. Someone else is going to pick him up. You know who LSU's number 2 is? It's not John Summerall. It's Eli Drinkwitz. This is coming from all the big names. Eli Drinkwitz is on Florida's list and LSU's list.
I think the money that LSU is about to spend on Kelly is going to really hamper Kiffin going there. And that just broke a couple hours ago. So,
yeah, I know. So these universities, just so everyone's clear, they make millions upon millions of dollars. They are $1 billion business, but they only have so much money to throw at the athletic department. I mean, you still have a university you have to run. They have money. Make no mistakes. But, at the end of the day, it's up to the board of trustees to decide where that money goes. And like I said, that's a huge chunk of change to pay Brian Kelly. So,
and I'm going to just touch on what Thriller just said, because me and Tony talked about it earlier, and I know he has no, pity for Lane Kiffin at all. But Ole Miss coming out and saying that he's not going to get to coach in the playoffs if he decides to leave is like a slap in the fucking face. It really is. And I don't know if you're Lane Kiffin, if you'd want to stay after they came out and said that. So
yeah, that's a good point. And Riddle, like I said, I'll be honest with you, y'all, it wouldn't shock me if he ends up at LSU. It wouldn't shock me if he trolls everybody and ends up at Florida. It would not shock me at all. This dude is the troll. He like someone said in the chat, he is the ultimate troll of college football.
Steve Spurrier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's the modern day Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier just had that.
Penn State, just so you never know his next move.
God dang, boy. He ain't taking a step down. There ain't no way. Anyway, there's a lot of talk on that. We'll keep an eye on Kiffin, obviously, because there's a lot going on with it's dynamic. Like Riddle said, it changes from day to day. The Egg Bowl is going to decide a lot. The Egg Bowl will decide a lot. So with that said, we're going to go into our matchup breakdowns for the week, and we are going to start with the Egg Bowl. Lo and behold, number 6 Ole Miss at State College in Mississippi.
Hang
Ole
on,
Miss.
before we dive in real quick, because there are some standings changes that we need to adhere to. Jordan had a little slip up last week, went 1-4, and he is now tied for the lead because Brandon went 4-1. So Brandon and Jordan are tied at 39 and 32. Chat, if you're in here, you're betting people. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Brandon and Jordan are 39 and 32 against the spread. I am in third with 36 and 35. That's 3 of us with winning records against the spread. There's also another way you can make money, and it's fading the 4th place guy. Tony Pardo is 27 and 44 against the spread.
That's no longer accurate now since I have put up respective numbers last 4 weeks.
Hold on.
Actually,
Hold on now.
So do not just think, oh, that's easy money these days, because Tony P's not playing no more.
And he's not right. He's not wrong in that. If you would have been with him all season,
walk into work with his notebook today and Jeff said, "Oh, he's serious."
Blake said locked in, bro.
That's right.
All right. Anyway, All right. So anyway, yeah. Bottom line is though, like, if you would have stuck with Tony for the whole freaking year, you would be very rich. You'd be very rich. So y'all remember this for next year when we start up. Y'all need to be on this shit because Tony's gonna make y'all some money. Anyway, we're gonna get into this Egg Bowl. Hey, he's like a diesel. It takes him a little bit to warm up. Number 6 Ole Miss at State College. Ole Miss is a 6.5 point favorite. Riddle, we'll just start with you just for shits and giggles. Who do you got? Tell us why.
The first game in this rivalry was played October 28, 1901. The Golden Egg Trophy has been awarded to the winner since 1927. Ole Miss leads this series 66, 46, and 6. Mississippi State comes into this Egg Bowl losing 6 of their last 7, and their only win was a 3-point win against Arkansas, who has not won a game in the SEC this year. They need to win this game to be bowl eligible. That's going to be a tough task for them. Ole Miss needs to win this game to possibly keep their coach and to make it into the playoff, because where they're at, I don't know if they can afford another loss right now. But they also need it to keep their SEC hopes alive, even though they're very slim. I'm taking Ole Miss minus 6.5 here.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this question. Is State the best team with a 1 SEC win that you've ever seen in your life? I mean, dude, they are competitive in every game. And they just end up finding a way to shit the bed at the very end. I mean, just respect to State. Yeah, respect to State, though. I mean, I think Lebby's done a really good job this year. Like, they went from doormat to actually being competitive in a lot of big games. Tennessee was one of them. I mean, it's a big game for them. And they played well, but, I mean, they didn't play well enough to win. So Brandon Walker says this is the best rivalry in football. This dude's a fucking moron. Okay. Somebody quote that and put it on his fucking show. He's a fucking idiot.
Also says you eat Thanksgiving dinner at 11:30 a.m., not a second later. So you eat 3 times by the damn Dallas game.
I'm going to tell you right now, Brandon Walker eats crayons is what he eats. That motherfucker is all kinds of damn messed up in the head.
Well, his favorite team plays in Starkville. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crayon eater. Tony, tell me who you got.
Yeah, obviously, I know there's a lot of people jumping on that Ole Miss 6.5, and I think they're really just relying on the Kiffin chaos, and I know this is a rivalry game, whatever. I think I'd probably feel a little more confident if it was 7.5 to take Mississippi State, but hell, Ole Miss could literally just come in there and blow doors off of them. I'm not going to buy the Kiffin shit. I'm not going to think that. I know all this drama and shit like that. He's still going to have his team out there ready to play regardless. He's been trolling for a long time, like y'all mentioned. He still wins games, and he doesn't Only a few times I can remember he had a slip up game like Kentucky last year. Normally he gets his teams he gets them up to play against the teams I
Yeah.
think for sure should beat. I'm gonna take Ole Miss to beat up on them fucking cowbell ringers down there.
Yeah.
And end this Brandon Walker madness. Shit, I keep seeing him every fucking day of the week.
Oh,
I feel
dude.
like this
I had to block him on the fucking Facebook because I'm tired of seeing him. This, like I want to do the thing where show me a guy who doesn't know football and his be the first fucking name that pops up and go, that guy, that guy right there. Speak now.
When you see somebody who knows
That guy.
Thriller, it is at state.
Yeah, it is at state.
Yeah.
Ole Miss
So
is on the road.
Jordan, what you got?
Yeah, 6.5 on Ole Miss is too low. This Kiffin drama from the newest Kiffin drama doesn't mean a fucking thing. These kids have been dealing with this shit for fucking 2 months now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Levy's done a hell of a job. For Ole Miss, this is a win and end game. Like Jeff said, I don't think you can afford to drop a game this week if you're Ole Miss and still get in. I think they just blow the fucking doors off state, to be honest with you.
I think
Give me Ole Miss and a wrap.
I think the spread is way too low. Actually, Tony, when I was looking at it, I was thinking about 10.5. 10.5 is kind of where that number was for me. And I'm taking Ole Miss. I don't like you said, they're used to the drama, they're used to all the bullshit. And I'll be honest with you, I think Lane is going to go out there and just put so many points on them just to show them what that Maserati looks like from the rearview mirror. So, that's just what I think. So anyway, he's going to go out on midfield and go, I'm leaving for LSU. Bye, bitch. Anyway. All right. So good old fashioned hate. So, they couldn't come up with a clever name. So they just picked the emotions they were feeling at the time, and that's Georgia at Georgia Tech. And it has been a good game as of late. It has been a good game. Yeah. So number 4 Georgia at number 16 Georgia Tech. Georgia's a 14.5 point favorite, but don't let that fool you because they were a pretty big favorite last year too. Riddle, we start with you because it's your team.
Yeah, this game was first played in 1893. The Governor's Cup has been awarded to the winner since 1995. Georgia leads this series 72-41-5. This game 3 weeks ago felt like a heavyweight fight and was going to be a huge game inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium there in Atlanta. But Georgia Tech has lost 2 of its last 3 and are more than likely out of ACC and playoff contention now. On November 1st, Georgia Tech was sitting at 8-0 and hadn't given up more than 29 points in a game. Over the last 3 games, they are 1-2, giving up 48 to North Carolina State, 34 to 1-10 Boston College, and 42 to Pittsburgh. Georgia Tech's defense has given up 41.3 points per game and 510.7 yards per game in that span.
Damn.
Georgia, over their last 3 games, have looked like the complete team that they're supposed to be. Yes. They're averaging 37 points per game and only allowing 11.3. These 2 teams defensively have trended opposite directions. I still love Haynes King. I'll still give him his props. These wins haven't been on him. He's done everything he's supposed to do. But I think this game gets ugly and gets ugly quick. I'm taking Georgia minus 14.5.
Jordan.
Yeah. I'm not going into that like Jeff did, but everything in me says this is you take Tech 14.5 right here. Except I'm not going to. What could have been such a promising season for Georgia Tech has just absolutely ran off the rails, and it won't get any better this week. Give me the Dogs in a blowout.
Tony P.
Yeah, I'm trying to not think about last year's game because that's irrelevant. I know a lot of people like to hang their hats on that shit. History. It's a new season. It's different teams. Georgia's been playing a lot better, looking like the team they should have been. First half season, first 5-6 games look fucking rough for them. They've been playing a lot better ball, especially defense. And now it's not those championship defenses from like 4 years ago or so, but I mean they're looking pretty good on that side of the ball. Turnover's been limited. Now I'll get back going into turnover talk here. That's actually been one of Tech's biggest issues is the turnovers. They don't force enough, and then they give up too much. And this is a neutral site, and it's in Atlanta, but who really gives a shit? Athens not that far from there. This is probably gonna be more of a Georgia home game than anything, even though it is right there. That's pretty much Tech's turf. I'm gonna take the dogs in this one, and I know that 14.5 is scary because Georgia, they're known to not cover sometimes, but
a lot of times, especially if it's over 40.
And I almost won.
Derby's never covered over north of 40.
And I wanted to take Tech, but after last week, I just think they just mailed it in. I know it's a rivalry game. They're going to be up to play. They're going to be pumped, coming out of the tunnel, all that good stuff. You know how teams do. But I just don't think that they're going to keep this one close. This is, like I said, different year, different team. So give me Georgia and the 14.5.
Yeah,
I'm actually not sure why they moved it to Mercedes-Benz this year, because usually this is just a home and home. I guess they wanted more people because Georgia Tech Stadium's not that big, and they
more revenue
at the beginning of the year. Like I said, 3 weeks ago, this looked like a potential top 10 matchup. So
yeah, more revenue, guys. That's they probably got some deal, and they can go play in there and generate a lot more ticket sales. It's a nicer stadium. I mean, there's not many stadiums as nice as the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find anything that nice. But I'm going with Georgia for the sole fact that I think Haynes King is great, but Haynes King doesn't play defense, and Georgia Tech's defense is absolutely atrocious. Stockton is finally coming to his own. He's playing really good football. Just took him a little while to get warmed up, and we all knew he had it in him. So. But he's now playing really good ball, and I think Georgia just runs away with this. So now we come to the good old-fashioned bitch bowl. We didn't have a name for it, so it was Texas A&M Aggies at 17 Texas. Bunch of bitches down there. Steers and other
showdown.
Steers and other things down there. And bottom line is number 3 Texas A&M at 17 Texas. Aggies only a 2.5 point favorite. Tony, we start with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This is for UT Junior right there. What's down? Not a believer. They really fucked it up their last game. When they were reeling people in, starting to think, this is the team that what people thought beginning of the season. What were they? They were given a stupid. Were they number 1 overall? Right. Yeah. So
they were.
I'm not believing this shit. It's 2.5. I know that the Longhorns will be home, but don't try to get up to play now. And because honestly, if A&M loses, right, they could be knocked out of the SEC championship, right?
Oh, they are out with a loss.
They're out.
I don't expect them to come out and just roll over. Because I mean, they're going to score. I think they're still going to score points. Texas defense got to come out and play their best ball since Ohio State week 1 if they want to have a shot to even win this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to take A&M. A&M, give me that 2.5.
All right, Riddle.
Yeah, we covered the history of this one last year. This game was played every year from 1915 to 2011 when A&M joined the SEC. Picked back up last year. Texas dominates this series. A&M has 4 wins this season of 6 points or less and have given up 20 or more points in all but 4 games. And that is against 7 of the bottom 8 teams in the SEC, all of 2 of which have a losing record. Texas has been very up and down this year, allowing 14 or less in 6 games, but allowing 29 or more in 5. I think Arch is starting to settle in. Over his last 4 games, he's eclipsed 250 yards passing, and he was over 325 in 3 of those, the one being the Georgia game. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. With this game being in Austin, I like the Longhorns to spoil the party for A&M. Both teams absolutely get after the quarterback. A&M is 2nd, and Texas is 3rd in the nation in sacks. I think because this game is in Austin, that Texas comes out and gets the win. Outright upset. I'm taking Texas.
Dang. All right. I like that. Oh, that's a good pick. I will say this, and I'm going to leave. I saw the stats between Arch Manning and Marcel Reed, and that's the most identical stats I've ever seen in the history of football. And the fact that one's being considered for a Heisman and the other one is not is absolutely atrocious.
And one's considered a bust.
Yeah. Well, and the deal is like I don't think either one of them are Heisman worthy. I don't think either one of them compared to what they've got. Pavia has a better resume than he does, and that's
easy.
You know,
we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, that may be true. Jordan, who you got, buddy?
You know, it's a scary spot for A&M, being a favorite, going up there against little brother. And no, Thriller, UT Junior is Texas. Without those volunteers in the University of Tejas, the real UT wears Pantone 151C, as we like to say around here.
One.
You know, Texas still just, I don't feel good about Texas. But just from a head case standpoint with A&M, I'm going to take the Longhorns at home in this one. All
right. Well, here's the deal. I'm going with frickin' Texas A&M. Because Jordan picked them, and I'm going to be on the opposite side of this. We can't pick the same shit every day. And Tony, Blind Squirrel gets a nut this week. Tony picked a good one.
I mean, you're 3 for 3. You're 3 for 3 with Tony. You're going.
Yeah, but I'm if I would have went Texas, I would have been 3 for 3 with you and Jordan. So, all right, we're going to move on to the second biggest rivalry in football, and it's the game Ohio State at Michigan. I don't even know why this is. Okay, Ohio State is a 9.5 point favorite, and Jordan, we're going to start with you. Tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm going the Buckeyes laying 9.5. Ryan Day has to win this game in big fashion. If he messes around and loses to Michigan again, he's going to have a hard time justifying his job in Columbus, Natties or not. Natties only buy you so far when you're losing to Michigan every single year. I think this year they get it done.
Get me pretty far.
he'll let Sayan open it up, throw it a little bit. Michigan, terrible against the pass. If they try to line up and run it every down like they did last year, it's going to be a 13-10 loss again. He'll have to let Sayan throw it. I think he does. Ohio State takes care of business.
So I just want to thoroughly, I was going to go on record. Ryan Day is not fired if they lose this game.
No, but Ohio State fans will be pissed.
They'll be mad. They will be mad because
Michigan for a 5th time.
Yeah, they'll be mad.
The national title.
Terribly warm.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line is I don't care if Alabama loses to Tennessee every year. If they go and they win the national title every year they lose to Tennessee, by God, I'm looking pretty fucking good.
I promise you, by the time Ohio State put belt to ass to Tennessee, that wound from Michigan was starting to feel a lot better.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but anyway.
When you're Xing out the letter M on fucking road signs on the interstate,
hey, I get it.
That wound is pretty deep.
So I'm of the mindset, bottom line is if Day loses, I think he's safe because a national title gets you a hell of a lot, especially in the playoff era now. Especially playoff era.
You're one of 3 current coaches that have a national championship win. So
yeah. I mean,
they're already trying to fire one of them. I'm not saying he's fired. I'm just saying that seat's going to be real fucking hot.
Because last year we said Ryan Day could not win the big game, and he won a bunch of big games in a row.
All of it. Down the stretch.
Yeah, so
all of them.
I mean,
one big game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Won the game.
The game, well,
yeah. I mean,
see, that's why I told you the second best rivalry in football because it's Ryan Day can't even win it. All right, Tony.
It's been hell on him.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, forget about the last 4 years. Don't like this Michigan team at all, and the weather is supposed to be snowy, so we might get a snowball game here.
Oh God, a snowball game.
So if that's the case, and Ryan Day said something today. He was asked if it was
real football weather.
If it was fun being the Ohio State head coach. He said, "Fun is kicking ass." And that's what we want to do on Saturday. So we're preparing to do that. I think I don't think Michigan fans are going to be sadly disappointed. They're going to be freezing their asses off. up in Ann Arbor this year. Michigan, sorry, Ohio State. Yes, they can throw the ball if needed. The thing is, they haven't really needed too much. They have a great run game. Don't want to hear about how good Michigan's run defense is. They literally haven't played jack shit. And literally every game this year, Ohio State, they've made it a point to be physical, something that they really was kind of lacking previous years. And going into this game against Michigan, because honestly, the issue was they were being out muscled, out physical against Michigan. And I think Ron Days made that point this year that, hey, we're going to run the ball down your fucking ass. We're putting it up there. No loot. And if it snows, well, hell, that's just more brownie points, bonus points for Ohio State. So I think Ohio State's gonna get their revenge and beat the dog shit out of them.
All right.
Yeah, I'm taking Ohio State in that 9.5.
Riddle.
All right, yeah. So this rivalry has been played 120 times. Michigan holds the record, the lead, 62-51-6 in the series. We know what's happened the last 4 years, but this Ohio State team is first overall in total defense, first in passing defense, second against the run, first in scoring defense. Statistically, this is a historic defense. But Michigan has a stout defense too. They're 17th in total defense, 12th against the run, and 15th in scoring defense. That's in the nation. This will be Ohio State's toughest test since Texas in week 1, plain and simple. I have a feeling this game stays close. It's going to be a tough task for Underwood and that secondary, which Jordan alluded to. They're ranked 52nd in the nation in passing yards allowed. And Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate for Ohio State have 108 receptions, 1,613 yards, and 17 touchdowns between them. But with the weather and that mental block for Ryan Day, I don't think Michigan wins, but I'm taking Michigan plus 9.5.
All right. Well, I think Michigan's a bunch of bitches, and I don't care. I'm going Ohio State. I think Matt Patricia is the difference maker this year. Ain't no damn sissy over there calling that defense. That's a damn man, and he's going to go out there and get those motherfuckers hyped up, and they're going to play just like they have all year long, because there's one thing that no one can say is Ohio State's taking any games off on defense. Has not happened this year. They haven't played anybody, but they've done everything they needed to do in the games that they played. Everything they needed to do. And I got a feeling that Michigan will be no different. When you have a freshman quarterback, I don't care how good you are going against a defense this nasty. It's tough. It's a tough task. And I just don't think they got it in them. So I'm going Ohio State, even though it's at Michigan. So Ohio State. All right. So now we're to the game, the Iron Bowl. So let's just get this shit out of the way. Michigan talks about snow. What game has brought you the kick six, poisoning some fucking trees, shooting people in the goddamn, chest? I mean, just this game is all about just pure.
The prayer at Jordan Hare.
Yeah, I mean, game.
That was awesome, but still.
This game is just everything you want in college football, because it's the stupidest shit you've ever seen in your life. The grave digger. I mean, all this shit's just dumb as hell. But it's the Iron Bowl. Bama at 10. Against the Tree Humpers. Bama's a 6.5 point favorite at Auburn. It'll be an interesting game for sure. And Jordan, we'll start with you this time.
I mean, this is a weird line.
It is. I do not like it.
It's a weird line because it's in a weird fucking place. A lot of strange things happen on the plains.
We've said that all year too.
What did we have it at?
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah. Give me Alabama minus 6.5. I mean, that's the common sense play.
They have to do it.
Shit happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're at a point they've got to win this game.
Yeah. Not Riddle.
So I just think. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. No, you're good. You can finish your thought.
No, I think they're gonna have too much late. I can see Auburn keeping this a game for 3 quarters just because of intensity and nastiness, especially on the lines. But Alabama pulls away late.
All right, Riddle.
Yeah, the Iron Bowl began in 1893, but has only been played 89 times. Alabama holds the edge 51-37-1. This is one of the most heated rivalries in all of college football for things that Brandon alluded to. Like, there's some crazy things that happen between this fan base in Alabama, both of them. And like Jordan said, crazy things do happen on the plains, especially at night, and the spread shows that. But Alabama's the better team. Alabama has the better players. Alabama should win this game easily. Should. I'm taking Alabama minus 6.5.
Alabama has a coach. You know.
Go blow away.
Anyway.
For now. I mean,
Yeah, for now. Yeah, he may go to Penn State. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, dude, y'all will see me. Y'all will be laughing, but y'all see me with a damn 6-pack of goddamn Corona. If DeBoer's going to damn Penn State and Lane Kiffin's coming to T-Town, come on, baby. Come on, get on this train.
He would be.
Get on this train.
No,
Be like Nico Lee for
honestly, the more
UCLA.
I think about that situation with him to Penn State.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
it ain't
don't
like
see
the
it.
guy's got ties to Alabama.
No, but I just don't see him going to Penn
He's
State.
been a coach for 1 year. That's it.
Yeah,
That's the
but
only ties he has.
I think DeBoer ends up at Penn State.
I do too. I think that's a solid choice. That's a solid choice for Penn State. I think that's a good coaching hire. Anyway, I apologize. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, man, there's nothing scary about playing Auburn and being on the plains, no matter what time of day it is. This team's fucking god awful. I think Bama's gonna win this shit. Rivalry or not, hell, they might blow them the fuck out to make a statement.
I hope so.
This Auburn team is fucking terrible. I mean, it is what it is.
All right.
I'm taking Bama at 6.5.
I agree. Fucking voodoo on the plains, and it wouldn't surprise me if every one of us are wrong and Auburn somehow pulls off a fucking miracle. But at the end of the day, I'm going Bama. We have to win this game. DeBoer, he has a knack for losing games that he should win. That's another thing.
Auburn on the road.
That's another thing, Tony, that you said about Lane Kiffin that made me like him even more. He wins the games he's supposed to win.
Yeah, he's supposed to win. He does
God,
that.
dude, at least win those. Hell, if you're 50-50 in the other ones.
He'll beat Carlton State.
Hell, hey, Jordan, we can't win an unranked game on the road. So, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you know, anyway, we'll beat Georgia.
Yeah, but you go to Georgia and beat a team that won like 36 in a row. So,
dude, it make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, so now we're coming to the game that everyone's been waiting. This could be the #1 rivalry after this weekend. It could pass the Iron Bowl up. This is Pavia's coming to Tony's house bowl, and he is coming. He ain't even gonna take his fucking shoes off. He's kicking that door down. I've told you that all season. He owns the state of Tennessee. He owns Tony Pardo's house. It's gonna be Tony Pavia.
Rivalry.
Tony Pavia.
Let me go first. Get it out of the way.
Go ahead.
All right. Tennessee holds a 79-32-5 record in this rivalry. 19 of Vanderbilt's 32 wins came before the year 1927. This game will be very interesting, and Tennessee's defense will be tested, and Banks better be on his A game. Diego Pavia, over his last 3 games, has put his name right there at the top of the Heisman conversation. In the last 3 games, he's got 1,226 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 1 interception, 203 yards rushing, and 3 more touchdowns. Give me Vanderbilt plus 2.5 to beat Tennessee, and Diego Pavia shoot up to the top of the Heisman conversation.
That is a big fucking take. That's a big take. Jordan, we're going to go to you next.
Oh, boy. That's a take, all right.
Y'all might as well just do the emotional hedge again this week. Just do the emotional hedge, that way you can guarantee it.
No, it's Bell's ass this week. This is a known commodity. Tennessee minus 2.5 all day long. Diego Pavia might get another year, and hell, I hope he does, so he can go 0-3 against Tennessee. Vanderbilt fans, you've had a hell of a year. The wheels fall off the wagon this weekend.
Yep.
You built it up, you get yourselves all hyped, and you'll get smacked back down to reality. Fact of the matter is, Vanderbilt it has a very what am I looking for? They're going to graduate a lot of seniors and like the super seniors. They're going to lose a lot after this year, so enjoy it for what it is.
Short ride.
I still think Tennessee beats the dog piss out of them. It's what we do. It's just, life, death, taxes, and Tennessee shit kicking Vanderbilt.
Yeah, somebody got a shit kick him.
Give me the Vols 41-20.
Yeah, I got
3 picks.
Yeah. Ooh, 3 picks. God dang, Tennessee ain't been that ball hungry in a while. Okay, Vols are a joke this year, lose by more than 10. Oh, damn. Okay, Tony, you're up.
That don't happen.
What do you got to say to Pavia? What do you got to say to old Pavia?
We acting like Vandy has a fucking defense all of a sudden. Okay. Anyways.
Let's just going to make this part of those 4 in the Tennessee.
Might as well.
Well, we got to get Brandon's pick first.
We got to get Tony's pick first.
Yeah.
Well, okay, then. Well, here's my little rant. Pardo pour a little bit of everything because I've been seeing a lot of chatter from these cocksuckers who literally don't know what winning is. They don't know what being above 500 is up until the last year and maybe, 10 months. Now, all of a sudden, they try like their big brother. I said this last year, Diego Pavia is not a good quarterback, and I'm going to keep standing by the shit. He's not. You get pressure on the motherfucker, he's a fucking jumping jack. He's doing jumping jacks out here playing quarterback. I seen the play last week. Stupid fucking throw, but good thing he was playing against a shitty-ass defense. Now, I give Tennessee hell for being a shitty fucking defense a lot, but I think this is fucking bad. When you got Diego Pavia, who's literally just running around zigzags in the back of the pocket, dropping 15 yards back, and you still have a slow-ass defender who can't get him, he still completes a pass off to somebody out here in the fucking flats because you got someone who's not doing their fucking job. We got rid of the cancer on defense. He gone. Defense did show up somewhat last week. I'll give Vols defense credit because they did show up, and that was big.
Tim Banks for president.
No, we're not going that far. I hope he gets him a job, head coach job or something. But
UT Vols.
I see little cocksuckers running mouth saying, "Oh, there's." They're literally trying to compare fucking Vandy. These Vandy fans are trying to compare the Tennessee Bama rivalry and Vandy and Tennessee rivalry, saying because we hadn't beat Bama, much at all, prior to the last 4 years. We're 2-2 against Bama now. But guess what, motherfuckers? Nobody was fucking beating Saban those years because hell, any of those games didn't look like no rivalry to anyone.
Vanderbilt sure as hell wasn't.
And Georgia's won 2 national titles and haven't beat Alabama in the regular season since 2007.
I see these jackasses saying, well, we're 6-6 in the last 12 games against the Vols. Well, no shit, because we had the worst fucking coaches probably ever. Fucking Jeremy Pruitt, dumbass Butch Jones, and fucking Dooley. This is Josh Heupel. He's going to put some fucking points on your heads. We're going to be dunking on you all night. It's going to happen. This is going to be the end of this bandwagon. The wheels are falling off. I said it was going to be a short ride. It is going to be a short ride because, you got a quarterback. I'm sure maybe, hell, he might try to get one more year of eligibility. I don't know how the fuck he can. But no, after this year, like Jordan said, you're losing all these super seniors. You're losing Pavia. I'm sure you're probably going to lose your fucking head coach. You're going to be right back in the fucking dumpster fire where you fucking came from, whatever alleyway that was. So,
Tony,
yeah.
Tony, here's a little tidbit for you. Josh Heupel at Tennessee has more 10-win seasons than Vanderbilt has 9-win seasons ever.
So these motherfuckers.
Damn.
Vandy should just be fucking humble. Is what they should just be. And that little cocksucker that's pretending to be a quarterback lined up behind center for him shit too. He's run his mouth a lot. He couldn't cash in last year in Nashville. He's not going to cash in again. I'm going to tell you. And I see all this shit in here. Better than Vols. Better kiss my fucking ass. Because you guys say this shit, but you watch little Diego Pavia beat up on some poverty-stricken fucking defenses too. We ain't that damn bad on defense.
Really?
Now,
I want to see it as well because I know like 3 Vandy fans total.
Hold on now.
An hour away from the place. I mean,
I just got we got to call a spade a spade. We got to call a spade though, Tony. Hey, the defense got to be that bad because all I've heard every damn week is fire Tim Banks. So the defense has got to be atrocious if we're saying fire Tim Banks every week.
Because well, Tennessee, we got standards on defense. That's fucking why. Because Tim Banks is like an emotional coordinator.
So they're good enough to beat Vandy, but not good enough for your standards.
That's
pretty good though. I mean, that's fine.
See, he is good enough to beat Vandy. Tim Banks is good enough to beat Vandy. He did it last year with decent play calling. It's the good teams is what I'm talking about. The
I
good
got
teams
you.
that we want to be.
So-
Vandy, like I said about fucking Kiffin beats the teams he's supposed to beat. And the guy you call Bobby Hill, he does the same fucking thing. And Vandy's no fucking different. There's nothing scary about him. Nothing. They're going to get dick down really good come Saturday. And it's going to be a lot of crying and bullshit. Motherfuckers going to be quiet. It's gonna be like a mouse in the fucking church. It's gonna be a lot of sadness going around here in Middle Tennessee and this Nashville area, and wherever else. I don't know. I'm assuming all 10 fans are from there.
God dang.
Because like Thriller said, he doesn't see much, but these cocksuckers do run their mouth a lot on social media. But because hell, these
Trust me,
motherfuckers only show
they
up
do
to the fucking
Thriller.
games. They don't show up to their games.
They do Thriller.
They're not really fans.
Vandy fans have talked a lot of shit this year. 100%. And it's coming from Pavia.
Yeah.
It's coming from Pavia. And the thing is the whole shit Pavia did when he was getting on a fucking knee, practicing taking a knee and doing all that stupid shit at the Alabama warm-up game. And then Alabama went out there and curb stomped him. Bottom line is, that's the kind of shit that makes people not like you. I know you think you're doing something, but hell, dude, all you're doing is turning people off. Like
In
I said,
fairness, he did that against Missouri too, and I think that's just part of his pregame routine.
Missouri. Again, we're talking Missouri, a team that I've said many times is not a real SEC school. I've said that they're Missouri.
So who you taking, Tony?
They are.
Who you taking? Vanderbilt.
I am not. No, fuck no, because first off, Vanderbilt doesn't give nightmares at all. The Florida thing was totally fucking different. The Florida thing
was totally different.
Florida gave nightmares. Vandy doesn't give nightmares. Vandy gives what do you call it? Wet dreams. That's an easy fucking W every fucking year. It doesn't matter. Oh, we getting off.
The only thing I seen Vandy give was rushing the field in single file after beating Florida.
Oh my gosh. All right. Here's all right.
That was a little bit of rant, and that was brought to you by Hancock's Reserve Single Barrel. Anyone?
Cheers. So
Wait, is it no, that's Vol. Which one's Vol for Life? Which one's Anchor Down? I don't know their hand gestures.
No.
So Anchor Down.
I don't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Anchor Down.
Whatever.
Josh
Right.
said Anchor Down.
That's right.
That's the ball one with the circle.
that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. But I mean, I expect nothing less.
Tony, you got
Hope I don't get a drive by.
so passionate.
Oh,
I had to pull the Vandy helmet out for you.
Jordan, you're out there talking about Vanderbilt. Someone gonna get you.
I know. Damn, Jake the Snake gonna come rolling by in a minute.
Hey, I have to talk about them motherfuckers again. All right, so
right,
here's
Brandon.
the deal. I'm taking
flow through you.
I'm taking Tennessee. This is a fucking no-brainer. Okay, so I took Tennessee last week, and I fucking told everybody they're fucking stupid. And I stand by that. Y'all stupid for not taking Tennessee last week.
One of the three Vanderbilt fans I know is in the chat.
Yes, there he is. Jake. Hey, I will say Jake has been tried and true all year, and he doesn't talk shit. He doesn't talk shit to me, so
I appreciate.
he don't talk shit. He don't talk shit to me.
Appreciate
So,
you, Jake.
but in all, and
I'm bringing out the Jay Cutler
Riddle picked you
signed
guys.
helmet for Vandy.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
weekend.
Wait a minute, was that pre or
So-
post Cavalieri Cutler?
So, God.
This is Vandy Cutler.
So I will tell you, I will say this. The reason I'm picking Tennessee is because it's in Knoxville. It's so hard to go there. Vanderbilt, Pavia doesn't know Loud. He thinks he knows Loud. He doesn't know Loud. It's the loudest stadium in the SEC. It's gonna be absolutely chaos
EUI color, smoking Jay
in there. And here's the deal, y'all. If they do lose, if Tennessee loses this game, there's going to be a lot of damn people talking, because people are already talking about coaches not being good enough to be at Tennessee.
Some of these most irrational motherfuckers I know.
Yes.
Fans.
I agree. They're on edge, boy. And I'm telling you right now.
I'll tell you what, if Pavia goes out there, has a 300-yard passing game, runs for 60 or 70 yards, and scores 4 touchdowns, if Tim Banks isn't gone that night, Tony might drive to Knoxville himself, and bad things will happen.
There would have to be changes if Tim Banks allows that poverty-stricken school to come to Knoxville under, a Heupel.
You gonna get rid of Heupel?
No. Oh no.
I just said no. I just said no.
No. Calm down. Calm down with that bullshit. No.
It's
you
not
know
the
exactly.
offense that's the problem.
Yeah, it's not the fucking offense. We're gonna score points. It is what it is. Vandy better nut up and do the same, or they're gonna get blown out.
Blown out.
We're gonna fucking send them off to the river. That's where they're about to go.
The river.
Tony, question.
What?
Fire Tim Banks. Who you get for DC?
God. I mean, anybody with a pulse, and I've said this, but so a name that comes to mind, which I think he is free now, because I think the Bengals did make a change at coordinator. Cincinnati Bengals, I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not Golden? Shit, he should be out there because I'm pretty sure the Bengals. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Bengals. Dude,
that's a pretty good.
Give me Al Golden.
That's a pretty good. I'll say this. I think coordinators are honestly catching up. And bottom line is like I didn't like Kane Womack last year. And as it got better and better, and this year Alabama's defense is not the problem. This year, the one thing that Alabama has is a defense, and it's been a long time since we've said we had a defense. Like I said, the Oklahoma game, don't let the score fool you. We gave them the ball inside the 30, several times, and the defense did everything they could. So it's interesting. I think you can get a good coordinator without having to go like find some big name hire. You can find somebody that knows defense and knows how to set people up for success. So
no, Josh, Chip Kelly's an offensive guy.
Yeah. We don't want.
So Golden. Ass. It looks like Golden is still employed by Cincinnati.
Yeah, he is, but they made the change. He is no longer calling the plays now. He's still on the staff.
Oh, he's been demoted.
Pretty much. He's been demoted because that defense has been so atrocious. But hell yeah, bring Al Golden back to college ranks and bring that Notre Dame defense from the previous years to Knoxville, and then we'll be cooking with some oil because Tim Banks, this is his 5th year in. He never has impressed me. I always had one of the worst third down defenses in the fucking college football. Like I said, I feel like he's an emotional play caller.
Give me emotional flashbacks, Jeff.
He'll get his stuff. He'll get a run stuff. And then he'll go back same fucking play, and then we got hit over top 20 plus. He gets pissed off. He sends the house. It works, and then next thing you know, we're getting gouged again for about 8 or 10 yards on the ground. He's an emotional play caller. He fucking sucks. I'm tired of it. And then at times when we shouldn't be running certain defense, motherfucker still is.
Riddle.
I don't know. We're letting guys run free, run wild out here like nature.
Riddle. What's the answer to your riddle?
The answer was the Territorial Cup. It was first awarded in 1899.
Tony, who's the Territorial Cup between?
What now?
He wasn't here for the
question. Is the Territorial Cup is the trophy? What 2 teams play for that trophy? It's the oldest trophy in college football.
The Territorial Cup.
I'll give
Tony,
you a hint.
You won't get it.
The reason it was called the Territorial Cup is because one of these teams was still considered to be in a territory when this game was first played.
What name of state?
Oh, this got to be a Texas thing, right?
A little further west.
Yeah.
Damn, further west? Shit.
Just give it up.
Anyway,
I don't know.
So the Territorial Cup was first awarded in 1899 to the winner of Arizona and Arizona State. Fun fact, this trophy went missing for over 80 years before being rediscovered in a Tempe, Arizona church basement.
I still believe the Nicholas Cage looked like found it.
Yeah.
Josh got the correct answer first, and then it was Thriller, and then it was Chad. So that was.
Is Josh using Ash? Josh, are you using Ash Jeeves or are you using Google? I just want to know.
He said, which one's more accurate?
Yeah, which one? ChatGPT or which one are you using? All right, so we're not gonna do Pardo's pour tonight. He's already he done poured enough. So what we are gonna do in the spirit of the holidays. Yeah, trivia ranking, Jeff.
Josh is in first with 24.
Oh,
Deez is in second with 20. Big Hunt is still in third at 18. Chad is fourth at 13, and Thriller has moved up to fifth with 6.
I need to say something else. I said Ash Jeeves. I forgot Josh is like 31 years old, so he probably doesn't know what the Ash Jeeves is.
That's probably true. That's probably true. There's only a handful of us that know that shit.
Google it.
All right. So in the spirit of the holidays, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving, we are going to go around and we're going to say something we're thankful for. And we're going to, this is where it gets interesting because we will be critiqued on your fucking answers. What dish are you looking forward to the most tomorrow? So here we go. Riddle, it can't be mashed potatoes.
Oh,
I'm just playing. Anyway. All right. Damn it. All right, Riddle, we'll start with you. Thankful, and then what you're looking forward to the most.
I am thankful for the wonderful woman that has come into my life and for everything she does for me. My wife. Never thought that I would say those words, but I'm super thankful for her. I'm thankful for a healthy daughter, and so far a healthy daughter that is on the way. I'm thankful for the life that I have and everything that has been given to me, and thankful for college football.
Chad.
The dish.
Word for word.
The dish I'm most looking forward to. Chad, I hate you.
Chad, that was epic, bro.
The dish I'm most looking forward to is my mom's potato salad and deviled eggs wherever I go. So.
Okay. Well, Tony, we'll go with you next.
Yeah, I'm not going to say all the wife and other bullshit. I'm just going to be thankful for.
God damn, boy.
Maybe
you should. Maybe you should.
The main thing is health. Another year here.
You need Jesus.
To celebrate Christopher Columbus giving us Thanksgiving. I know everybody loves him. He's an all-time favorite here in the States. But
all right, boy, I swear.
Yeah, health, divorce. Hey, I get with you on that one, Blake. Yeah, from years ago, it still stands. But yeah, just the health.
What's your dish? What's your dish?
Well, God, I always love it's got to be done good though. A really good turkey and dressing. Don't give me this slop that's in a what do you call it, crock pot bullshit. No, you need to do it from scratch like my granny used to do. Scratch and some really good macaroni. Not that white people macaroni either, where it's just a box of Kraft macaroni. Don't give me that shit. No.
Okay.
Like baked and all kinds of
stuff.
I'm a titty guy. So
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because we're gonna have a conversation about macaroni and cheese. You weren't here the night that I had a conversation about macaroni and cheese on this podcast. Y'all were off gallivanting somewhere, and we went on a tangent about food. And I'm gonna talk to you about some. Jordan, tell me what you're thankful for.
I'm not surprised with who the guest was that night.
Who's guest?
I can tell you what I'm gonna be thankful for in the future is hearing Chad's speech at Jeff's wedding. I just count the days.
The KFC bucket.
But no, you guys have covered it. I'm not gonna go on a Jeff kind of spiel, but I have a lot of things I am thankful for. Especially having some great friends here we can do a podcast with.
Yep.
That means a lot. For food, mine is the deviled eggs. Matter of fact, my fiance's in there making some right now. I've got to go in here and do some taste testing to make sure it's right because we don't carry slack eggs nowhere. It's a top shelf or nothing.
Top shelf.
So
I mean, you can't make a bad deviled egg. I mean, you can make a bad deviled egg, but you throw that shit in the garbage and feed it to the cat. You don't carry it out in public.
So I'll say I'll echo everything y'all said. I'm thankful for friends, family, everything that we've got going on in our lives. Our lives are, even though it seems tough at times, we have very good lives. We're all living a good life. We all get a chance to do this show every week, and we appreciate everyone for being here with us. So we're thankful for you guys too. And when it comes to dishes, so first and foremost, don't nobody need no fancy ass macaroni. Kraft makes good macaroni. They've been making macaroni for fucking 100 years, and anybody does that fancy ass shit, that's the nastiest shit I've ever seen. That shit's nasty as hell. I never had one homemade macaroni where it goes, oh shit, that's better. No, it sucks. I promise you.
No, that's some bullshit.
I've never one time, not one time.
Don't even put it on the plate.
Not one time.
Feed that shit to the fucking dog out back or something.
Not one time. Not one time. And then the other thing is
Brandon likes to get that water in a cup and throw it in the microwave and put that powder in the shit.
No. There's great value, makes a white cheddar and black pepper, and it's the best macaroni there is. I'm just telling you right now. I've had all kinds. I'm a macaroni guy, and I've had all kinds, and I'm telling you right now, all that fancy shit just ends up sucking, because you might get 1 out of 99 that's actually tastes worth a shit. And it's usually a Chick-fil-A.
Anyway. First off, I'm not
Tony Pardo's part 2.
because listen, if there's 3 things in life that I know, one is ball. We all know that.
Oh, we doubt it. We have our doubts.
Second is pizza, because pizza.
I'll give you pizza. I'll give you pizza.
Third is macaroni and cheese.
No, get the fuck out of here.
On the shells and cheese. I'm not hating on the shells and cheese or the noodles, all that. I like all that stuff. I like all that stuff. I'm just thinking of a dish. I just,
If you're saying that you liked your grandmother's macaroni and cheese, I can respect that. I can respect that, because there's a lot of things my grandfather makes, and he makes it a certain way, and that's how I grew up eating it. So that's how I like salmon patties is my go-to meal that my grandfather made for me. So I get it. If you like your grandmother's macaroni and cheese, I just picking on you. But I'm going to be thankful for any dish that's a real vegetable. It's a real vegetable. I don't need a casserole. I don't need a bunch of shit thrown in a fucking slop pot and just fucking cooked together. All I need is a nice green healthy vegetable to eat on my Thanksgiving plate, whether it be turnip greens or green beans or anything like that. I like it all. But
get the fuck out of here. This is a Carnage holiday.
What?
Get the fuck out of this nice green vegetable.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna go run the turkey trot after or something.
I do not like casseroles.
I want deviled eggs. I want cranberry sauce. I want all of it.
I eat all that
sauce from the fucking can.
No.
Give me that fresh mash bullshit.
If you eat it from the can, you might as well go back to the fucking trailer park with Pavia, because that's where you fucking belong. Anyway, no, we all have our different tastes, and it's all in good fun, guys. So with that said, that's going to do it for us on this one. Very fun show, very fun times. And, that's going to do it for us on Lot Loaded. We go live every Wednesday and Saturday night on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And we also have the podcast, the audio version of that, on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. We hope that you go like and follow us on those channels, and we will look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday evening at 8:30. So that's going to do it for us on Lot Loaded. We'll see you on Saturday.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yep, Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.